So it's now time to speak about the Starknet DeFi Spring. And I think that the day earlier, I guess, yeah, one day before the token launch, DeFi Spring was announced. And DeFi Spring is an initiative where 40 million Stark tokens will be allocated to different DeFi protocols building on Starknet, and these protocols will then distribute these tokens to their users. So they are like liquidity incentives. So these are liquidity incentive programs. And to sum it up, if you're going to provide liquidity in, I think in four tokens per throughout all the Starknet DeFi projects that are taking part in the initiatives, you will be receiving some rewards in terms of Stark tokens on top of your fees, your LPs fees. And regardless of where you provide liquidity, but at the same time, these tokens will be distributed every 2 weeks. To part of these 40 millions will be distributed every 2 weeks, so in a gradual way to the different projects, and the amount of tokens sent to projects for them being distributed to their users will vary depending on the usage of that protocol. So if there will be more LPs, more users in one protocol, that protocol will be rewarded more Stark tokens to then be given to its users. And so the DeFi Spring officially began yesterday, and we actually have a short clip that I could play right now. Hello Starknet fam, DeFi Spring is finally here, and you can now farm some of the 40 million Starks token by simply using Starknet DeFi protocols. Furthermore, you will also be able to get some cool NFTs thanks to the quests that will happen on the Interact platform every second day. Just follow them on Twitter and Discord to start with the first quest of the initiative that consists in providing liquidity in a Stark ETH pool. Where is up to you. Enjoy the Starknet DeFi Spring, fam! This is not financial advice. Make sure to read terms and conditions of any protocol you are gonna use. So very good, guys. And there's also, on top of these 4 months, I think, long-lasting initiative, there is also a quest, a quest initiative being done by the foundation together with the Interact Quest platform. And starting from yesterday, there will be a quest every second day related to the DeFi scene. So for example, the first of all, the task ground zero task will be obviously following Interact on their both Twitter and Discord. And then the first quest of the DeFi Spring was adding liquidity to the to the Stark ETH pool in any of the protocols taking part in the quest, which are actually, if I remember well, I could miss some of them. They are like Stark DeFi, Jedi Swap, Ecubo, MySwap, 10K Swap, who else? ICO Swap, ICO AMM, and I think I covered all of them. But anyway, you will see all the AMMs that are participating in this quest by having a look at the corresponding link that you will find in the show notes. And then before, also before the DeFi Spring had begun, there was also a sort of preparational sub campaigns. There were more than once. There were 2 preparational campaigns from 2 important money markets that they introduced some boosting features for people who would provide Stark, who would lend, or who would supply their Starks to them. And I'm talking about the ZKLand and Nostra Finance money markets, and we'll be playing the two clips regarding their own initiatives that are still ongoing, but they're ending soon, and they're very, very tempting. So if you've not done them yet, considering taking part in their initiatives. And now I play the clips. In order to celebrate the Stark token launch and to warm up the whole Starknet ecosystem for the upcoming DeFi Spring, ZKLand is running the Stark Fall campaign, where they're offering up to 20% API on your Stark tokens, starting from today until Saturday, February 24th, closing at 7 UTC. To get the juice yield on your Stark, just head to app.zkland.com, look for the Stark Fall window and click on deposit. There, you'll be able to choose how many Starks you want to supply, and once you're ready, click on Supply Stark, relax, and enjoy your yield. This is not financial advice. Make sure to read the ZKLand terms and conditions. Hello Starknet fam! Did you know that you can now earn 5 times more Nostra points by supplying your Stark tokens on their money market? And that's not all, cause Nostra is also the only platform so far where you can borrow Starks against your own collateral. So, what are you waiting for? Gather your Starks and join the familia! This was not financial advice. Lend and borrow at your own risk, and make sure to read Nostra's terms and conditions. Awesome, guys. And obviously after the DeFi Spring was announced, there's been a lot of liquidity entering the Starknet DeFi space. And we can notice that in the DeFi Llama's dashboard. And we basically had a 100% increase in just one day. More than 100% increase actually, because before 2 days ago, the total value locked in Starknet DeFi was around 55 millions, and now we're talking about 124 millions, which is a very good and well-deserved increase. And we can also see some percentages regarding the projects. ZKLand has taken the number one place in terms of TVL with 41.88 millions locked, following their Starkfall initiative. And so they had an increase of 423% in the week, and almost a 30% daily change. Then we have Nostra, just a little bit less total value locked than ZKLand, 40 millions. And they also had a daily change of 35% and a 134% change in total value locked in the week. And then we also see Ecubo performing pretty well with 24 million total value locked. So plus almost 15%, plus almost 15% daily, plus 100% daily weekly. And we have also MySwap doing pretty well with 7.9 millions, 20%, around 20% change daily, around 60% change weekly. And then we have JediSwap, which is also taking part in the initiatives, but actually they had, I should dive deeper on the news actually, but I hadn't time, so maybe I'll feature it next time. But I think they had to freeze their pools for a while due to a potential exploit. So funds are safe as far as I know. But for safety measures, they had to to stop some pools. Therefore, they are waiting to enter again the competition. Let's say. In fact, you can see that JediSwap is the only one in red numbers due to this fact that they can take advantage of the Stark DeFi Spring. Starknet DeFi Spring initiative. And hopefully they will get back in track as soon as possible, because they're an amazing project and an amazing community. So good luck to our friends at JediSwap. Also Stark DeFi, like Stark DeFi, 10K swap, C swap, Stark. I think both Stark DeFi is also taking part in the DeFi Spring. They also had a nice increase of 20% daily and 85% weekly. And Stark DeFi, they are also, on top of the rewards of the DeFi Spring rewards, they are also rewarding their users with their own native tokens in form of points first, and then I suppose those points will be converted into tokens. And then just to make sure to know that. And what else? I think we can close this part about the Starknet DeFi Spring. We can go back to the old see. I think we can go back to for just a couple of minutes to the old L2 space, because this week the L2 bit page updated all the ranking due to the fact that Starknet had shipped their token, and this made obviously a big change in Starknet related features, because a lot of, let's say, native TVL entered the Starknet ecosystem, and therefore the whole total value locked on Starknet grew a lot. And we're talking about, like, first of all, we can say that Starknet is back in the top 5 of the L2-bit ranking, and this is very good to see, especially for people like me who have been working in this ecosystem for like 2 years. And 2 years ago, Starknet was in this in these positions, if I remember well, like between 5, 4, and then it slipped a bit, it slipped down a bit until the 10th, 11th, 12th position, and it feels so good to to be so high once again. But obviously we still have to show many potential, obviously, because the increase in this case is not, it's justified by the valuation of the tokens itself, right? But also we want to see increase, which is happening, which is starting to happen. We want to see a genuine and organic increase in network total value locked, right? So people entering the ecosystem, supplying liquidity along the Stark DeFi space, new projects being built, new concepts being built, and so and stuff like that, so that we can try catching up with the giants so far in the ranking, which are Arbitrum One and Optimism. So they're still very, very far. They Arbitrum is 10 times bigger in terms of total value locked, and Optimism half of it, so like 6-7 times bigger than Starknet so far. But the good thing is that we now have a token, we now have incentives in place, we now have a community who's also been rewarded, most of it, and is going to be rewarded as well in the near future. So, I think we have all we need to scale up, then to climb up this ranking and try our best. I really like what protocols such as Arbitrum and Optimism have done. We always had to, as an ecosystem, you always do, even though we are very biased, because also in my case, I just create content around Starknet. But it's always nice also to see other projects, other projects that are like competitors doing well, and learning also from them, from their good things, from their mistakes, stuff like that. And I know many people inside Arbitrum and Optimism ecosystems doing great things, and they're like really they've done remarkable efforts. But it's now time also to shine for us from the Starknet ecosystem, and we now have all we need to succeed in it. So guys, Having said that, let's feature like in this star stream. I'll just feature this news actually. Then I will switch to the Starknet on-chain magazine because we have a lot to cover over there as well. But the news I would like to share is the one regarding the introduction of a portfolio tracker. We had another portfolio tracker, from Starknet DeFi was called, but then it was discontinued, unfortunately. And now Argent, introduced their one, and so Argent portfolio. And so you can just track, your own addresses, and as you can see here, it is a nice way to see your all your movements so that you don't have to write everything down. Where did I pull liquidity this last week? Where did I pull liquidity last month? You have everything here, and that's amazing. So yeah, for example, this is an example of my address, and you can see your tokens, where you where you supplied liquidity, your interest bearing tokens, stuff like that. Yeah, so definitely something that we needed. So congrats to the whole Argent team for shipping this much needed feature. And yeah.